here. Why don't we talk a little bit of politics? That's what happened for our listeners out there.
Last minute deal in the Senate, and John Boehner, Ted Cruz decided to give up on his.
Well, I wouldn't say he really gave up. I mean, he was kind of.
He gave up. He could have very well blocked it, and John Boehner could have blocked it too. They could have kept it going. If they
Cruz could have blocked it single-handedly.
He has enough. I think he had enough swing in the Senate.
You mean his 40 to 50 constituents of Tea Party members, or is that what you're talking about?
No, he has a lot of control. He has a lot of influence.
Well, he definitely has a lot of persuasion, that's for sure.
No,
But
he has a lot of influence. He single-handedly took control of the Republican Party. Now it's split in half.
Well, no, I mean, I would say that 40 to 50 of the Republican Party are Tea Party. Maybe they're expanding, maybe they're growing, but at the same time, I think a lot of the party are still moderate. I mean, don't get me wrong.
A lot of the party is still moderate, but those 40%, 50 members, they pretty much led the government shutdown. They control the whole government almost.
Well, no, here's the thing with that. I would still say that the moderates are in control for now, but there's definitely a lot more moderates, and don't get me wrong, they all wanted to repeal Obamacare.
That's not very moderate. I don't think there's many moderate Republicans left.
Well, no, I mean, I don't completely disagree with that. I do think that you're right that there are.
Well, we're in the most politically divided time. We're in the most politically divided time in our history. Mm-hmm. There's hardly any moderate Democrats or Republicans anymore. If you look on the political spectrum, everyone's very left, or everyone's very right. There's hardly any in the middle. Well, any at all. I can't even think of any at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, a lot of this rhetoric, they really pushes the parties either one way or the other. You know, it's become essentially a team sport. You know, you got your guys on the right, you got your guys on the left. They both want to impress their parties. They don't want to go against them. And when they do, they look like essentially a traitor. They look like Benedict Arnold per se.
I wouldn't compare them to going against your party to be Benedict Arnold though. I mean that's ridiculous. You got to do what's right for the country.
Right, and that's why I personally think Christie's a little bit more moderate. I think he's one of the last of the Mohicans. I think I was watching the debate with him and Barbara Bruno.
He's the governor, though.
Oh yeah, I mean in a liberal state, don't get me wrong, but at the same time he kind of goes across party lines. Now there are some guys left who still do that. I would consider a Representative King,
Peter King.
Yeah,
he used to be my congressman actually.
Do you think that? What do you think is a better approach to try to win the Republican nomination? Do you think it's better to be right? Do you think it's better to be more moderate, or do you think that this idea of being further right wing?
This is the problem with the Republican Party, though. In order to get the ticket to be able to run for president, you have to be completely. We saw this with Mitt Romney. Mm-hmm. You have to be completely right, and then when you run for president, you're too right.
Trying to repeal it or
no?
During the shutdown.
Well, the shutdown. Well,
it was $24 billion.
24 billion?
24 billion.
Wow.
It was, I think, a little over $1.5 billion a day.
Yeah.
$24 billion. Talk about wasting money. What do you think we should spend more money on?
Education and healthcare. I think that Obamacare was a good step forward. It was very watered down. The website,
what do you think about that?
Not every state picked up the Medicare exchange. I mean, they'll fix the bugs and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But we have I forget the number. I think. Do you know how many people are covered?
400. How many are going to be covered?
How many are currently covered?
Right now? Already, yeah. Well, it was about 500,000. I think it was 400,000.
And I believe half of those are
over 400,000. Quick talking about money. Super PACs taking a lot of heat because they're this loophole. It used to be a limit. I think it was $5,000, and now they're expanding and they're finding all these loopholes that you can do it to individuals, that it's not a party. And now that you can get all this super PAC money and use it on family members, there was a term for that.
Personal spending?
Well, not use it for family, to pay family members to work on your campaign. That was one of the biggest. So both sides speak about that. This is a bipartisan thing, and that's what they were saying, where they both don't want to give it up because they need that money for the campaign. Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, Romney raised like $1.1 billion, and I think Obama raised like $1 billion too. So
yeah.
Both sides are responsible for that. I mean,
no, it's not a one-sided thing. It'll never go away.
It's not a policy thing, but it's as far as campaign.
It's a politics thing.
It's a politics, literally. Yeah, it's a politics thing.